Not for everyone. Hold on. Excuse me. Hold on a second. My content is not for everyone. No, it's the thought process. It isn't. And I said what I said respectfully. It's not. And that's okay. I never understood this. Because it takes a unlike kind of person at the end of the day. Like a one-sided person that people won't actually be kind to. No, it's the thought process to me. How you gotta sit there and play with spell work in a toxic way towards an innocent person at the end of the day, all because they understood to stay in their lane. No, it's the thought process, you jackass. How you sit there and try to disturb someone else's peace only to realize you lack common sense? Oh. I never understood this. How someone can have so much time and day to play with spell work in a toxic way. You gotta sit there and go out your way and pay this practitioner, pay that bum ass tarot reader, that karmic ass tarot reader, whatever the case may be, just to play with spell work in a toxic way on an innocent person. And I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back. That's weak. And I say what I said when I said what I said. That's a thought process for me. You're nothing but not unique. You couldn't even come up with your own creativity. You couldn't even love yourself properly to know that you was worthy of choosing you. So you had to discourage somebody else for them to stop loving themselves. You're sick. Something is mentally wrong with you. And I say that respectfully. And it doesn't matter if you have kids or not at the end of the day. To have this type of mindset to sit there and play with spell work in a toxic way towards an innocent person. You're that envy of somebody that you have to sit there and play with spell work. But then you pick and choose who you want to bully. And then you paint this picture of somebody that you're truly not at the end of the day. Good day. My content is not for everyone. It's really sad to see how someone could just wake up every single day just to see if the spell work is actually working. Like you're so invested in someone's life so bad just to kick them down. All because you don't have confidence within yourself. So you gotta sit there and energy harvest off someone else's energy because you can't think for yourself. Or you sit there and try to destiny swipe with somebody at the end of the day, all because you don't know how to be your authentic self. You can't take a destiny that's not yours. You know that, right? And especially when God endured that within an innocent person. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. How you sit there and get mad because someone can actually recognize a smile when you truly want to see them frown? Because all the energy that you have left within you, you said, you know what? I'm gonna spend my last little couple of dollars on this person. This is gonna be a good investment if I do spell work on them in a toxic way. And you're trying to figure out, okay, well, it worked on the last person I did this to manipulate, to cycle their thought process, they free in their pockets of their eyesight, to ruin their reputation. But why is it not working on this person specifically? I'm trying to discourage them so bad, but they can still see for themselves. They're still able to relate to their own love language. They're still choosing themselves every single day. And they're not doing it for likes and views alone, clout chasing, when you're trying to disturb their peace. My content is not for everyone. It's not. You didn't want someone to believe in their faith. You wanted someone to dim their light when it came to their anointings, so they didn't have to walk in God's path. Because you saw so much potential within somebody that you didn't have. Someone didn't have to try hard to be their authentic self. Something that you couldn't relate to was showing up for yourself. Regardless to how much makeup you put on, regardless to what surgery you done did, regardless to if those teeth in your mouth is yours or not, or regardless to if you fix your teeth or not at the end of the day, regardless to what you had going on in your life, that unhealthy relationship didn't work out for you, but someone is willing to choose somebody to relate to them, and you don't understand how. You're sitting there calling someone ugly. You're sitting there calling someone raggedy, mentally unstable. Sitting there talking about somebody so bad. And they wasn't going tick for tack with you. They didn't have to disrespect you to cause chaos and confusion to make you feel like you wasn't worthy of choosing you. And that's what got you so mad. Because as much as you try to antagonize somebody, to discourage somebody, they still showed up and chose their authentic self. They still showed up and chose themselves, regardless of their upbringing. Something that you couldn't relate to was choosing you. You wanted to be your own worst enemy. So you rejected yourself. Instead of you actually loving yourself properly. Instead of you actually finding faith within you, because it's there. Only if you can actually believe in yourself. So because you don't know how to understand your confidence or how to endure that within you and believe that you can walk that walk, you decide to discourage somebody else so they can be discouraged and miserable like you. But that's not a path that they chose. And it bothers you so much that you're actually putting yourself through a mindset of a narrative that the doctor can't relate to when it comes to your diagnosis. The doctor's trying to figure out, hey, I'm trying to stabilize your blood pressure. What you got going on? Is it the food? Absolutely not. When the doctor finds out you're a hater, they looking at you like, hold on 1 second, what you mean? Your mask fell off, it wasn't an even exchange. The doctor can't cure you. It really be the thought process to me, how folks be having this type of mindset at the end of the day. Because of the fact that they don't want you to elevate. And you was never part of their race. Someone is beautiful. Someone is handsome. How God created them to be. And you don't understand how people are attracted to them. You're like, ill. How? You're ill. Why? Because someone has a personality. You know, looks are very deceiving. And I say that respectfully. The most beautifulest woman in the room or the most handsomest person in the room can have the most ugliest personality at the end of the day. That would try to bring harm towards you. That would disrespect you and pick and choose when they want to disrespect you, humiliate you, make you feel like you're not worthy. Or let alone, if you're so surprised, it'd be the same person that be doing love spells just to psych someone out their free will, to size them up, to psych them out their thought process, they free in their pockets or their eyesight. And I say that respectfully because this type of stuff happens every single day. It does. Just because it hasn't happened to you or you have not experienced or endured it at the end of the day, it does not mean it's not happening in someone else's household. And I say that respectfully. Or because someone actually can relate to looking in the mirror, that they are beautiful, and no, they're not delusional. You're mad because someone has confidence. Something that you can relate to. You wanted it, you want it so bad, but you can't buy it. So because you can't buy confidence, you rather discourage your neighbor. You rather kick your neighbor down. You rather pay the illusion at the end of the day. Hey! Hey, world, guess what? I'm paying the pitch at the end of the day. I'm wearing a mask. I lied on my neighbor that day in the most unhealthiest way. I even wanted to psych them out their own free will. I even had malicious intentions to play with spoken in a toxic way so they won't see a healthy relationship. I even played with spoken in a toxic way to psych them out their own free will when it comes to their pockets. I even did confusion spells at the end of the day. This type of stuff happens when someone bothers an innocent person. Just because it has not happened to you, you'll be so surprised who caused all this chaos and confusion. And they wear their mask so well. And they look so good too. Yeah, they do. A point of view that you would never understand. Like, hold on one second. So you mean to tell me at the end of the day, you took your time and day to do this to an innocent person? If you can do this to this person at the end of the day, you can do this to me too. It really be the thought process to me. Just because you think you know somebody, been around them for years, at the end of the day, you'd be so surprised they would try to suck you out your own free will. And you'd be so surprised they probably been doing spell work on you too. To cause confusion. To make you believe something that it truly wasn't. All because someone has controlling issues. Because folks wear they mask so well. Really well. That's why you gotta always protect your energy. And I say that respectfully. Because folks be out here trying to energy harvest off innocent people's energy. Folks be out here trying to destiny swipe with folks at the end of the day. And they can't even relate or walk in their shoes. Out here playing with spoken in a toxic way. Doesn't matter what type of rituals you're doing. It's more disgusting to see how someone could sit there and take someone's picture and do beauty magic. Sit there and take somebody's picture and do all types of toxic things towards that picture to project on an innocent person. So someone can't recognize themselves and say their own identity. So someone can feel insecure about themselves. All because you have insecurity problems. And that does have nothing to do with the innocent person that actually didn't have to play with Spork in a toxic way. They didn't have to energy harvest off your energy. They didn't have to destiny swipe with you. They didn't have to play with rituals or whatever the case may be. And their soul damn sure wasn't for sale. Because we are all not the same. We are not. Regardless to your sexual orientation, your disability, your age, your religion, or your culture. And I say that respectfully. Well, I just don't like that person. Because they got confidence. They got potential. So I don't like them. So I want to project negative energy towards them. I want to discourage them so they won't show up for themselves tomorrow. I want to discourage them so they won't be able to see their beautiful smile that I see. That, hold on one second, they are beautiful. But I can't tell my neighbor that. Because I lack self-confidence within me. And I don't know how to show up for myself. My neighbor shows me at the end of the day that they can have so much confidence regardless to what obstacles was placed in front of them. Hold on one second. Neighbor, how do you choose you? What's the format that you have? Because you make it look so easy. How you been sexually assaulted as a child? How did you deal with discrimination? How did you deal with violence, domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination? How do you still stand before yourself? When folks abandoned you, folks threw spell work at you in a toxic way from a child point of view. They didn't know how to love you. They abandoned you. They laughed at you. They painted a picture of somebody you truly wasn't. How do you stand before yourself today, neighbor? I can't even relate to me, and I have not experienced half of the things that you endured. You make it look so easy. You're so brave, but I can't say that to you, neighbor, because I'm a hater. I can't give you the credit that is deserving to you at the end of the day because I'm a hater. I can't say congratulations on your success because I'm a hater. This type of stuff happens every single day. It's funny how folks laughed at certain individuals' pain, and it wasn't even exchange. Because the innocent person didn't have to project that mind game to show you that you wasn't worthy. They didn't have to know you at the end of the day to respect you, but they knew at the end of the day you wasn't for them. Because God showed them who you truly was. You know, when you ask God to reveal your enemy, when you ask God to reveal the devil, and when God shows you at the end of the day, it's certain things you can't run away from. And you gotta walk firm in your belief. And you gotta walk firm knowing that at the end of the day, I believe in my faith and I know that God is guiding me. Because what I'm asking for, God is providing answers. And when a red flag is a red flag, it was a red flag. You only wanted me to come into your life so you could psych me on my free will. You only wanted me to come into your life so you can use me and abuse me and make me feel like I wasn't worthy of choosing me. You only wanted me to come into my life so you can energy harvest off my energy. Or you wanted to destiny swipe with me. It really be the thought process to me. But when your energy is protected, they will never understand, hold on one second. The combination ain't gonna add up because God had enough. When you're not doing it for likes and views and clout chasing, the energy is different. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Always protect your energy. When you least expect it at the end of the day, someone can wear a real good mask. A real good one. Because they don't want you to elevate, and you was never part of their race. God created a lane for you to see your faith. God closed certain doors in your life when it came to certain obstacles. You wasn't running from your past. But God allowed you to see what a blessing looks like up close in person. And God allowed you to choose you. And you had a choice. You can get discouraged or you can show up. And when you decide to show up, action spoke louder than words. When you truly mentally went within to truly heal and choose you to love you properly. You didn't lack self-awareness. You didn't lack self-respect. You knew how to value and worthy you. Because God allows you to see another day. So you can endure those tools that God installed within you for you to show up and not give up on yourself. And you allowed yourself to better your health. And that's why the enemy sits back and the devil sits back and watches you. Choose you. And they get so discouraged. They have so much hate and animosity that they can't kick you down. Because you truly understood your love language that God allowed you to create to go within. It wasn't a walk in the park, healing trauma and pain. And you never thought that you was better than anybody when you chose you. And you was far from a hater because you wanted everybody around you to win. You wanted everybody around you to be their best self vision of themselves. But they couldn't relate to you because they wasn't used to someone being real, authentic, not having malicious intentions. You know, being loyal, respectful, because we are all not the same. Regardless if you knew somebody or not at the end of the day, you didn't have to project mind games. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But always be yourself with no malicious intentions. It doesn't matter if you know somebody or not for them to project spell work on you in a toxic way. You could be walking down the street when you least expect it. Someone has ill intentions to project spell work on you. All because of the fact that they hear around town at the end of the day who you are. Or they see at the end of the day, well, you ain't walking with nobody. So I want to kick you down and discourage you. But you're never alone when God is walking with you. And you don't have to manipulate God. Because God is not malicious intentions and God is not for sale. And your soul is not for sale. My content is not for everyone. Be mindful and wise when taking someone's kindness or weakness. When God places an angel in your life, when God places a genuine person in your life, when God places someone with no malicious intentions in your life, because we are all not the same. There are genuinely good people still in this world. And they don't have to dibble and dabble with spoke in a toxic way. They don't have to dibble and dabble to kick you off your throne of you becoming your best self vision of yourself. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. I am Nia Genuine Love Respect. I am the original owner of all my content, and I say that respectfully. Be mindful and wise when knowing the difference, when God is in your life, and when the enemy is trying to cause you chaos and confusion, and when God is trying to protect you. It's a big difference. Because God picks you up and elevates you. The enemy kicks you down to destroy you. God brings balance. The enemy brings chaos and confusion. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. That's okay. Because what's truly for you is not going to have malicious intentions. What's truly for you is going to want you to operate of becoming your best self vision of yourself. Regardless if you can't see for yourself today. Regardless if you can't find peace within. Regardless if you're lost in your words and you don't know how to love yourself. And I say that respectfully. Because when God brings the right people into your life, it's elevation. You're dealing with a dark time in your life. You don't know how to come out of it. You're dealing with a process in your life that, hold on one second, I'm going in circles. Everybody that I knew that was supposed to be for me, they wasn't for me. But hold on one second, God got a better plan. That friend that you always understood. The definition of your friendship is not malicious intentions. The definition of friendship is someone that didn't have to play with spark in a toxic way. The definition of a friendship is someone that actually was loyal and respectful. God sent that into your life. God protected the enemy from coming into your life. The energy is different because we are all not the same when we use our vocabulary. Or even when it comes to family, and I say that respectfully. Because not all family members are built off hate and jealousy and envy. You have family members that truly want to see you elevate. You have family members that truly love you with no malicious intentions. And then you have those family members at the end of the day that don't want you to elevate, that don't want to see you prosper. They put you in secret competition and you was never part of their race. That's why when God shows you who's truly for you at the end of the day, it's not for you to overlook you. It's for you to realize at the end of the day, you are worthy of choosing you. And when the right people come into your life, they're going to respect you with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not that you think you're better than somebody, regardless of your sexual orientation. You keep yourself well groomed, regardless if you're financially stable or not. You chose you when they overlooked you. You chose you when they gave up on you. You chose you. Actions spoke louder than words when it came to your reality. You didn't have to project pain. When you meant what you said, when you want change, some people don't change. And it's okay to let go. It's some people at the end of the day, it's too late. Because they was able to see another day. And it's sad and disturbing to see how certain folks' own family will play with spoken in a toxic way. But when those attachments is let loose and God had enough, they would never understand how you can relate to you. and why you chose you. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Because someone doesn't have confidence within them, don't get discouraged. That unhealthy relationship, it didn't work out in your favor. It does not mean someone else is not out there to truly love you. Someone can walk into your life and truly respect you. That stranger in the street, they have malicious intentions. But the next person that walks into your life, that's a stranger at the end of the day. They can truly walk into your life to show you what a lesson looks like up close in person. How that last person that had malicious intentions, someone can truly walk into your life to truly respect you with no malicious intentions, and it won't be a hesitation. And they don't got to be in the background having private conversations how they going to bring harm towards you. How they going to psych you out your free will. And I say that respectfully. Because we are all not the same. Someone disrespects you because of your sexual orientation. Or because you was being your authentic self. And you didn't have to project malicious intentions. You knew how to respect your neighbor even when they couldn't see. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. And I say this respectfully. What's truly for you, it will show up for you. It will. And it won't be fake. It won't. It will be so authentic. Certain individuals are going to wish they was part of your life. And I say that respectfully. Because of how they treated you. And you understood your boundaries. You understood self-respect. You understood that you was worthy of choosing you, not to dim your light. When God had control over the whale. My content is not for everybody. When the right people come into your life, it'll be an even exchange. Respect a two-way street, with no malicious intentions, without projected pain. Certain people just don't want you to be elevated. Certain people just doesn't want you to truly love yourself. Or want you to have happiness. But when the right people come into your life, they want what's best for you. In the most healthiest way. And they don't gotta kick you down. And they ain't gotta be a hater. Let alone, they don't gotta play with sport in a toxic way. And let alone, hold on 1 second. They don't have to put you in secret competition. No, it's the thought process me. I said what I said. Competing about what? Why? Because I love myself? You competing how you gonna love yourself? Just love yourself. You competing how you gonna outdo somebody better than somebody else? You can't be nobody else but yourself. It's the thought process for me. Hello, jackass. You're disturbing your own peace. I hope you find peace in your own lame neighbor. Leave innocent people alone with your malicious intentions have an ass. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. Always be yourself. You can't be nobody else but you. And be mindful and wise when listening to he say, she say, when the math damn show not adding up. Because you start to look at folks, hold on 1 second. Why do you have so much animosity within you? And this person doesn't even have to do anything to you. Nothing to you at all. They're just in their own lane. They just elevate, recognizing a beautiful smile. They are beautiful. Hey, you're gorgeous. Someone knew that they was worthy of choosing them. Even days when they couldn't even see. You don't understand what it took for them to actually relate to their love language. A person may not look like what they've been through. And you know what's more sad and disgusting to see? How it takes a group of people to gang up on one person. It takes a group of people to listen to he say, she say, and realize the math didn't add up. Or because you was digging for information about somebody at the end of the day. But you forgot to actually introduce yourself to the person and get to know them for who they truly was. It really be the thought process of me when certain individuals be like, I'm grown, I'm real. Okay, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out at the end of the day that you lack self-awareness. And you just listen to everything that you hear. And you just follow behind everybody. And you can't think for yourself. It doesn't matter if you have children or not. And I don't like that for you at all. Because you should want your child to be able to think for themselves. Just imagine that. If you can't do it, you will want your child to be fully aware of them thinking for themselves. I would hate for a situation to occur for your child and for you to reevaluate your life and say to yourself this ain't even cool. Because you wouldn't want your child to experience what you done. You want them to be better than you. So I would hate for someone to have malicious intentions towards your child, that negative energy that you're projecting to allow someone else's child to kick your child down. It really be the thought process of me with the mind games. The math ain't adding up. And I don't wish bad on nobody's child, let alone you, neighbor. But respect is a two-way street, regardless to someone's sexual orientation or not. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I say this respectfully. Stay warm. Protect your energy. Protect you and your family with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not, jackass, and I said what I said. Stop disturbing your own goddamn peace. Watch me. What's your problem? I never understood that at the end of the day. How you bothering yourself? I gotta go. I'm Naya Jean with love respect. I'm the original owner of all my content, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Another thing, too. If you want to get to know somebody for who they truly are, walk into their life with no malicious intentions. And be mindful and wise when listening to he say, she say. And I say that respectfully. Because you'll be so surprised that you can miss out on a blessing, only to realize you just learned the lesson. But it's too late. Because the innocent person saw your intentions. And they didn't have to do nothing besides be their authentic self. Or because someone was truly miserable. And misery loves company. And you thought you was going to disturb an innocent person's peace. But only realized, hold on 1 second. You only rejected yourself to your own pain. Now you gotta go within. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. It's okay to think for yourself. It's not a crime. It actually will look good on you, too. Relating to yourself. I'm Naya Jean with love respect. I'm the original owner of my content. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Have a safe remaining year.